Hello everyone, I'm delighted that you came back to my channel. Today we will discuss how to improve psychic vision. It's unfortunate, but most people ignore or overlook the messages that come to them. I'm sure you can all recall many times when something occurs and you reflect for a moment and remember that you were just thinking about the same issue a few days ago. For those of you who are meant to walk a spiritual path, it's time to wake up and realize that those thoughts, sounds, and other odd occurrences are not just a coincidence. Don't let your special gift go to waste, but start believing in them. Not everyone has this special gift, and sadly, many who do are not putting the pieces of the puzzle together to accept and embrace their divine gift. The purpose of today's video is for those who are starting to wake up and appreciate the gift of inner knowing. Congratulations! I want this video to help you improve your psychic abilities. Keep in mind that not all the suggestions in this video will work for everyone. Some of them might work for you, and for others, everything presented in this video will work for them effortlessly. These are suggestions based on my own experience. Feel free to try them and let me know how they work out for you. By the way, since you are learning how to increase your psychic abilities, I suggest you keep a journal of your experiments, dreams, thoughts, and actual events that validate your prophecies. Psychic vision comes in many forms. Some come by random thoughts of people, places, and things. When they come to mind, ask yourself, where did this come from? We could all remember thinking of someone and then them calling a few hours or days later. You may even meet up with them in person. Have you ever had a song that you haven't heard in ages just suddenly pop into your head? That song doesn't have to be esoteric in nature, but if you carefully think about the lyrics, there may be a reason why that song is coming into your mind. Perhaps that song reminds you of a time in your life where either something good or bad happened. Either way, something or someone from the past is letting you know it's about to resurface. Dreams are one of the main ways psychics receive messages. Luckily for me, the majority of the messages that I receive are easy to understand, and further interpretation is not necessary. But for some, dreams are broken down in symbolism. Yes, the dreams of a kid you haven't seen since the 5th grade and the plane crash all have universal meanings that can be interpreted. For many of you who experience random weirdness in the dream state and can't make sense of their meaning, I suggest you purchase a dream reference book. These books are typically referred to as dream dictionaries. There's a variety of dream dictionaries to choose from. I suggest checking out Amazon.com to find one of your liking. The best kind of dream dictionary is one that can be referenced quickly by looking up the subject that you dreamed of. Choose one with more than 700 interpretations so you can have a useful tool in your dream experiments. Whether by dreams or random thoughts, the purpose of this video is to find ways to experience more of them and sharpen your psychic skills. I encourage you to experiment with these methods. As time goes on, come back and share your experiences. Before we discuss techniques, I need to stress the need for you to fully accept yourself as a psychic and believe in the divine power. Embrace the self-confirmed fact that there are no coincidences. This will allow you to be open to more divine messages in the future, and instead of being aloof, you will be fully aware of what's happening around you. I also want to mention that it's important to cultivate a peaceful lifestyle and environment. Do not be argumentative or try to convince others of your gift or any other issue for that matter. I would seriously suggest not sharing your gifts with just anyone. Seek out channels like mine and social groups that are on the same path as yourself. Yes, we have to live among others who will try to convince us that we are wrong. Continue on the path and do what you can to avoid these conversations. The best way to gain more psychic abilities is to avoid negative thoughts and interactions with others who will go out of their way to try to convince you that you're wrong. Psychic balance cannot be achieved unless you are at peace with yourself. Avoid petty arguments and, if necessary, disassociate yourself from toxic relationships. Open the path to a clear consciousness. Remember, this is a spiritual path that has nothing to do with anyone other than yourself. So treat the knowledge and messages that you receive as sacred. Do not waste your time on trivial matters. Be peaceful and respectful towards other people, but establish boundaries. It's important that you be selective when interacting with others. As you continue to learn on my channel, historically, people like us have always had to go through heartbreaking persecution. By focusing less on negative people, you will be able to sharpen your own thoughts towards more powerful psychic revelations. Let's start with the first technique, sun gazing. The sun brings life. It provides light not just to the earth, but stimulates emotional growth and opens up our psychic centers that allow for spiritual connection and insights. I am a lifelong sun gazer. I can remember looking into the glorious light from time to time before I entered kindergarten. Back in 2008, I stumbled upon an article online talking about others who look into the sun, and then I realized that I was not the only person who did this. Although the article was written to make others aware of how the sun has the power to increase serotonin levels to promote a general sense of well-being, I purposely used the sun to increase psychic vision. Due to the risk of eye damage involved, I will not encourage you to look directly into the sun with your eyes. Instead, I will suggest a better alternative. Find a quiet, secluded spot outside. It could be a park, your backyard, but if you can get out to the beach or an open forest, that's even better. Remove your shoes and let your feet be on the ground. Point your head directly into the light of the sun with both of your eyes closed. Let the light shine on your face. Focus on the middle of your forehead and know that the sun is stimulating your third eye, also known as the pineal gland. Point your head directly into the light of the sun with both of your eyes closed. Say, I wish to receive divine messages that are life-sustaining. Do not expect this to happen immediately. It may take a few hours or days to receive a message. Just know that your third eye has been stimulated, and it will, in its own time, provide messages. Give it a try and share your results. Number 2, use of color. Colors can be used for a variety of reasons and occasions. Since this video is about enhancing psychic vision, I will stick to colors typically associated with psychic energy and power. Do keep in mind that each person is unique, and although colors such as orange may not be psychically stimulating for many, there are a few that have a personal association with the color orange or some other color that you may not relate to. My psychic colors are turquoise and purple. Remember, your psychic color doesn't have to be turquoise or purple, unless of course you relate to them. Feel free to use whatever color you feel most connected to. If you're not sure about this, you may wish to experiment to find what's right for you. If you have children, use their crayon box to sort through. Look at all the different colors. While studying them, you'll find out which color stimulates you the most. Candles are a great way to relax and focus. Try using a candle in your psychic color. Focus on getting the answers you need. For example, if you want to get answers to a question, simply light the candle and sit on the floor for a few minutes. Relax and stare at the flame. Do this for about 10 minutes and then extinguish the flame. You may also want to try wearing colors. There are several ways to do so. To induce psychic dreams, you may choose to wear a nightgown in your psychic color. You can also wear colors of your choice during the day. Don't forget to make use of hair ornaments, jewelry, makeup, and nail polish in your psychic colors. The possibilities are endless. Speaking of color, I used to use a blue light bulb to light my room for meditation. It would fill my space with a mystical turquoise color that would quickly put me in a meditative state. For a while now, I've been wanting to look into ancestral matters that I have long wanted to know. For this meditation, I will need to meditate for 7 consecutive days during the same hours. This special work is unusual because psychic knowledge comes easily for me in my everyday life, but certain things such as learning about the lives of others does not. So this will require more out of me. I've been looking on Amazon for a new blue light bulb and found this one on Amazon. I will start using it this week. My order arrived today, and I will give you the results on the quality of lighting and the results of any intuitive insights I receive. Number 3, music. Although meditation has become quite popular in America, it is still difficult for many to master since most people in this country are not used to blocking out distractions in their mind. I've heard many people say that they've tried meditation but found it impossible to do so since they lack mental control. This is where music comes in. If you are one of those who struggle with meditation, try some of the varieties of isochronic tone music available. Back in the 90s, I used to go to record stores to purchase this type of music, but since the advent of YouTube, this music is easily accessible. Isochronic tones basically involve listening to repetitive sounds within a certain frequency range. The tones ignite different states of consciousness and produce a variety of brainwave stimulation. As you can see by this chart, there are several brain frequencies that we experience. To fully develop your psychic abilities, you'll have to get your thought patterns into the theta brainwave state. This state of mind involves the production of brain waves that are lower in frequency than those which we produce in normal waking consciousness. If you want to be able to develop your psychic abilities easily without having to spend years learning how to meditate, give isochronic tones a try. You'll need to select a suitable recording that has been designed for this purpose. Some are designed for the mornings, afternoons, and some for sleeping. Take the time to look for them by doing a YouTube search and then listen to them every day in a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. You may be wondering how long will it take to see results from isochronic music. Although everyone is different and I can't make guarantees, this technique to sharpen psychic skills will most likely be successful in a short period of time. The purpose of this method is to serve as an alternative to traditional Eastern meditation, a practice that for many who are not from that culture struggle to accomplish. While laying still without any other sounds besides the music, you are likely to experience results quickly. Number 4, scents. Certain smells, such as your favorite foods, invoke a feeling of nostalgia, various emotions, and of course hunger. There are some scents that can be used to awaken your psychic centers. There are a variety of ways to stimulate the olfactory nerves to induce psychic visions. You can use scented candles, plug-in air fresheners, incense, or potpourri. My favorite scent for meditation is African violet, jasmine, and a specialty mix called Ocean. Some of the top choices are lavender, rosemary, cedar, and sandalwood. Experiment a little to find out what works for you. Some of the more what I call synthetic scents, such as apple pie, may seem odd to me, but that might be the scent that helps you connect to your higher consciousness. Number 5, eat wholesome foods. When you start to become more in tune with your abilities, it is likely that you will start to gravitate towards foods that assist in keeping your mind clear and focused, like fruits and vegetables. You'll be more sensitive to what's around you, and you'll start to feel less drawn to non-nutritional foods, such as those that are processed. It has been known for quite some time that refined sugar is linked to depression. Although sugary confections can be enjoyed on occasion, to stay psychically alert, these items should be reduced as much as possible. Foods that are likely to affect your mental and physical health will block your psychic abilities. Drink plenty of water. Reacquaint yourself with fruits and vegetables that you remember as a child. What? You don't like broccoli? Well, now is the time to try out other vegetables that you've never eaten before. So does that mean you have to convert to vegetarianism? Not necessarily. Many people support animal rights and will be quick to point out the inhumane manner in which they are maintained before and during the process of slaughter. Typically, animals are kept in crowded spaces and endure a certain amount of frustration and fear. Some empathic people are extremely sensitive to the suffering of these poor creatures and believe that their tormented energies can transfer to the person who consumes them. Although I am not Jewish at all, I do respect the manner in which they handle the method of killing the animal, since it is believed to be more humane. I choose to look for kosher meats when possible. However, just like some people who claim to sell organic foods, there have been some kosher slaughtering houses that have been recognized as not following the practices of which they claim. I myself am not a vegetarian, but I do appreciate that energies can be transferred to one person, place, or thing. Many believe, including myself, that the standard way animals are slaughtered causes anguish and pain to the animal during the time of death, and although this may seem odd, may affect our moods and behaviors if we consume them. If you are a meat eater, there are ways to help you in selecting meats. You can seek out grass-fed kosher animals and fowl. Keeping kosher is a very important aspect of Judaism because it benefits the mind, body, and soul. However, non-Jews, such as myself, often consume kosher meats because of the special process involved. Now, I'm not able to pronounce this word correctly, so forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, but I believe it's pronounced shishita. It ensures that the animal is slaughtered so that it feels no pain, and also ensures that the meat is of the best quality. It is a very difficult process. However, it does require years of experience, a vast knowledge of biblical laws, and experience with the anatomy of the animal. Remember, anyone can claim to be kosher or sell organic foods. Like, I know in the past there have been a few grocery stores that were noted for actually not selling organic food. They just put on a tag saying that it was organic, and then they found out that it wasn't. And since it's easy to deceive people by affixing a sticker on a label, when in doubt, either do without or learn how to raise and slaughter your own animals. When it comes to produce, if organic is what you prefer, you may want to learn how to grow your own food. Whatever you choose, remember to always bless what you eat before you put it in your mouth. Simply pray over it. So now I've shared 5 different ways to increase your psychic vision. You can try out the methods individually or in combination, such as listening to isochronic music with your favorite incense or potpourri. Make use of color in your daily life and start the day off with sun gazing, etc., etc., etc. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and we'll come back for more as I plan on discussing many topics relating to the paranormal, do general vlogs, historical figures, and my views on current and past events.